Hello everyone, it is Christine here and we're back for a final bullion knot variation. So we're going to be doing detached chain combination to create a flower. Now they suggest in the book that you draw yourself 2 circles. Interestingly, the flower petals look like from the book they will extend out beyond the outer circle, so you won't want to draw it like I did the first time right up to my other line of stitches. You'll want to leave a bit of room around the outside of it. So I just used a button to draw my circle and then just freehanded the inner circle. I'm going to use this punch needle thread, which I think is a wool and acrylic combination. I got a whole pack of this from the Sewing Lair online op shop, but I thought it might be a nice colour for making a sort of a sunflowery flower, which is what they show in the book. So once you've got your circle drawn, you'll pop out slightly, I guess, to the left of the 12 o'clock mark. I don't think it matters really too much, but I'll do as the book says. And then I'm going to keep my thread over to the left, and I'm going to pop my needle back in just next to that point where we came up. And I'm going to take my needle out just slightly in from the outer circle. I'll just show you. So about there. So it's sitting a bit back from where that outer circle is, but you're taking the needle up, and then you're going to take the thread from left to right. So under the tip of the needle. So from left to right, under the tip of the needle, and pull it firmly to the right. And then wrap the thread clockwise around the needle and then pull tightly so the first wrap lies snugly against the fabric at B, which is at the top. So it's just sitting snugly there, and then wrap around the needle the required number of times. So the book's not actually telling us how many times, but I guess we want to get a petal-sized loop. It looks like they might have done 5 or 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How does that look? I might do a few more. 7, 8. I don't mind having a longer or a slightly sort of more wobbly petal. So we're going to again hold on to our wraps. I'll just make sure I haven't done mine too tight. And we're going to slide the needle through while we hold on to the loops, as we always do with the bullion knot. Because this is a sort of a wool blend thread, it just has that little bit more, I guess, friction as you're doing it. So you're just pulling through, and then you want your tight bullion, and that's at the end of that little chain stitch. So as you can see, it's extending out beyond the edge of the circle, as it looked like from the book. And then we're going to take the needle to the back at C, just past the outer circle to anchor the stitch. So that's where we're going to essentially want to take the needle through at the point where that bullion knot ends. So I'm just going to do it by eye. Oops, and try and not catch on my loop, and we'll have a look how that looks. I'm pretty happy, I think, with that. And then we'll do, so then we're going to take our, keep sort of doing that pattern. So pop up, I guess, next to where that first stitch was on that inner circle. And then just pop slightly to the right of that, keeping our thread to the left. Pop up about there, take our thread under the needle firmly to the right, and then start the wrapping one. And then how many did I do? I've already forgotten, haven't I? I am so I'm a terrible one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I do 8? Oh my goodness, Christine. 8. I'll do 8. This is when I need all of you in my craft room. And again, we're just going to anchor it down sort of at that natural, sorry, I was just off camera. Anchor it down at that natural point over here. And then you get your second little petal. And so we'll keep doing that. So we're going to pop through, try and do it holding the hoop up. Don't know how well it'll go. So we're popping through, and then we're going to just move slightly to the right of that first stitch, and then bring ourselves out just slightly inset into the circle. Oops. I think I'll need to leave it sitting on the table, otherwise I'll just be way too clumsy. Okay, and then thread should be on the left. So let's just get our thread back to the left. There we go, thread is on the left. Bring it tightly and firmly under the needle, make sure it's sitting against the fabric, and then do one loop, and then we'll do another 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, always pulling it down nice and firmly so you just get that. And then we're anchoring it down just outside of the circle as we sort of work our way around. Like that. So we'll just keep going. Trying to work out how best to hold this. Got my phone charger cord in the way. It's telling me it was low on battery power. So always making sure you're starting with your thread to the left, bring it under your needle nice and firmly, and then doing your 1 wrap, and then 8 on top of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's really 9 wraps essentially. And then anchoring it down again. Well, we'll get lots of practice on this detached chain combination. And then I'm thinking I might do some little French knots in the middle, is what I'm thinking. That sort of reminds me of the sunflower seeds in the middle. Oops. So take it underneath the needle, and then I'll do a wrap, and then I'll do my 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure it's nice and tight against the fabric. Sliding the needle through. Holding on right till it's nice and tight, and then we anchor it down. And then around we go. So I hope you're all having a great day or a great evening. A few of our folks are busy with their summer gardens. I'm so envious. I do love a summer garden, although I kind of like winter as well, because it means I'm not having to do as much in the garden, and I get more stitchy time. But lovely Tess has been joining us for a few of our live premieres from her garden, tying up tomatoes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then yeah, other group members have also been doing things in their gardens as well. I do love that taste of a tomato fresh from the summer garden, warmed by the sun. Nothing better than that. So just working our way around the circle, always putting in that first stitch, holding our thread to the left, popping our needle back in and then back out, just slightly inset from the outside of the circle, bringing our thread under the tip of the needle from left to right, getting it nice and firm, doing a loop and making sure that's nice and firm against the fabric, and then doing our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wraps, holding on to it, pulling it through nice and tight, and then anchoring it down to the outside. Oops, what have I done there? I think I've wrapped my bullion with my thread somehow, but I think it's all retrievable, possibly. Let's see what we've done. What have I done there? Ah, there we go. It was just a bit caught. Okay, then our next one, popping up, popping through, popping out, taking our thread under, and then 1 to hold tight, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sliding needle through, holding tight, getting that nice tight bullion, and then anchoring it down just outside the circle. Oops. That one I think I managed to catch too. It's funny. Maybe it's just the way I'm holding it as I pull it through. Not sure. I think I might almost need to, oh, maybe I can get one more done. Maybe one more done with the thread. And we'll need to get a new piece, I think. Oops, and I pulled a thread through from the back. Let's get rid of that. Rethread our needle. Holding our thread to the left, popping through just next to that stitch, popping out just inset from the edge, bringing our thread under the tip of the needle from left to right, and then doing a wrap, holding it down, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding on and sliding through, pulling it nice and tight. I think it's better actually. I think if you can hold it down while you anchor it in, it will work better and you won't get that risk of catching it, I hope. Yeah, that works better. So much holding on to things when you're doing bullion knots. Just tie that off like this. See, my needle just unthreaded itself. I'm sure it will stay put like that. Okay, let's get our next piece of thread. At least we'll have lots of chat time in our live premiere. Yesterday's video, that was a shorter one, or slightly shorter maybe. Okay, holding it to the left, popping up next to it, bringing the needle through, taking the thread under the needle left to right, doing a loop, holding it down, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go. Taking our thread under the needle, doing a loop, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. filming this on Saturday on the weekend here. And it's quite a nice day. It's a little bit grey out there, but not raining, not windy. Took Travis out to the park just before. I was having a lovely chat with the lovely Martha as well. Just love how all of us have, connected with each other through this shared passion for slow stitch and stitching and creating and crafting. It's very special, the friendships that we form. Holding the needle up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, I have to keep counting just to keep myself focused. Otherwise, we'll end up with a sunflower with a petal that's far longer than all the other ones. Oops, I've done that catching thing again. But if it does catch, you just kind of unloop. You unloop it, you hold onto your bullion knot, and then you anchor it through and it will be untangled. So don't fear if that happens. Most things in stitching are retrievable. It's just working out what the thread's doing and then just seeking to fix it. 1, 2, 3. Good thing with the sunflower is the petals all kind of sit at slightly sort of different angles depending on where they are on the flower, so they don't all have to be perfectly even because nature's not that way. It's perfectly imperfect, nature. From the left to the right, then do another loop, make sure it's sitting down nice and flat, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Anchor it down. Probably 2 more, I think. Try and squeeze 2 more in. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'll just squeeze one in there, I think. Probably could have almost got by without one there, but no, I'll put it in. Then coming left to right, loop down, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, anchor it down. Oops, sorry, I've just banged the camera. Just anchor it in there, I think. So it makes a nice little sun shape on the back. And then I think we can do some little French knots. I'm going to use, I think it's a crochet yarn. I got it from the Bright Op Shop, and it says from a big roll. So I know I can use it with abandon. I just wound some of it off onto one of my little cards so I can keep it on my desk. But it'll be good because I can do single loops of a French knot rather than having to do multiple twists. So I know French knot's not a bullion knot, but I think it will just add a nice centre to our little sunflower, which I have to say I really like it. Would have been great when I was doing my down the garden path stitchery. So with the French knots, we're just doing one wrap or multiple wraps if you want to, and not emerging out through the knot as I just realised I was doing there. So I'll just take it slightly on a different angle so I don't hit the knot. So you could definitely use a thinner thread, but I don't want to keep you too long. I've probably kept you too long already. But you can always fast forward through the multiple bits of doing the loops, because I don't think I was chatting away as much as usual because I was focusing on getting the right number. My felt mat that I've got under here. I got that from the Reverse Art Truck here in Melbourne, which has amazing things, always changing stock that they've picked up from industry that would otherwise be ending up going to landfill, but schools and community can go there and fill up a bag for just small change and get amazing supplies to work with. Just such a good initiative. Put a few more in the centre just to get the right sort of size for a sunflower centre. But I think, yeah, it was nice using that punch needle wool. Again, you could use just a pure wool that's not a synthetic, but it just gives it a nice amount of, sort of thickness. Fills in that space where the little detached sort of chain bit is in there. Can you hear the Travis outside? He's having a bit of a roll around and doing a little bit of his rolling and going grah on the floor. That's Travis the dog, for those that might be new to the channel. Probably need to maybe do one more, I think. Just do another notch in here. I think Travis is saying it's enough filming, Mum. Come and have a play with me. It's like I've had a nap while you've been filming. Or we might even be thinking it's lunchtime. I haven't actually looked at the clock. He does have Travis has a clock that's sort of accurate to within the minute, I sort of find. And he likes to give me enough sufficient warning so I can prepare his various meals. So he always sort of gives me a 15-minute reminder call, just like you have your sort of meeting set at work to give you that reminder. He's a funny boy, Travis. So there we go. That is a gorgeous, I'm going to say it's a gorgeous sunflower. Really, really happy with that. So I hope you've enjoyed doing that, or if you've been just watching, I hope you'll give it a go, because I think you'll really, really like this one. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow with buttonhole stitch is what we're moving on to next. So I'll need to get a new little buttonhole stitched onto a new piece of fabric. Thanks for watching, folks. Bye.